The real win is who you become in the process. We all chase goals, money, success, recognition. But here's the truth nobody talks about. The real prize isn't the goal itself. It's the person you become on the journey. Think about it. Let's say you decide to run a marathon. At first, the medal might be your motivation, but the real transformation happens in the months of training. Waking up early, pushing past the pain, building discipline. By the time you cross that finish line, the medal is nice, but the stronger, more resilient person you've become, that's priceless. It's the same in business, school, relationships, or personal goals. You might start chasing success for the rewards, but the biggest reward is growth. The late nights teach you endurance. The failures teach you resilience. The wins teach you gratitude. All of it shapes you into someone who's capable of even greater things. So don't rush the process. Don't only focus on the end result. Pay attention to how you're changing, because that's the real victory. Do something uncomfortable every day. You know what's holding most people back? It's not lack of talent. It's not lack of opportunity. It's comfort. Comfort is the silent killer of dreams. Think about it. The moments that changed your life the most probably weren't comfortable at all. Maybe it was your first job interview, your first time speaking up in front of people, or that tough decision you made even when fear was screaming at you. You didn't feel ready, but you did it anyway. And look at how much stronger you became because of it. The truth is, success hides on the other side of discomfort. Every time you do something that makes your stomach twist or your palms sweat, you're actually building the muscle of courage. That's the same muscle every leader, every champion, every success story had to strengthen. So start small. Talk to that stranger. Share your idea. Go to the gym even when you feel out of place. Each little challenge you take on builds confidence. Soon, things that once felt impossible will feel normal. Small daily challenges build big confidence. Confidence isn't something you wake up with one morning. It's something you earn. And the truth is, it doesn't come from big wins. It comes from small daily battles you decide to fight. Think about when you learned to ride a bike. You didn't just hop on and speed away. You wobbled, you fell, you scraped your knees. But each little try gave you more balance, more belief in yourself. That's how confidence grows, step by step, not all at once. It's the same in life. When you choose to do small, hard things every day, you build trust with yourself. Wake up early when you don't feel like it. Push out one more rep at the gym. Speak up in class or at work, even if your voice shakes. None of these things will change your life in one day, but together, they'll transform who you are. Confidence isn't about never being afraid. It's about knowing you can handle what comes your way because you've proven it to yourself over and over. Fear is a sign you're growing, not failing. Let's be real. Fear shows up every time you try something new, and most people think fear means they're weak or not ready. But here's the truth. Fear is proof you'd be stretching beyond the old version of yourself. Think about your first day at school, or the first time you had to speak in front of a crowd. Your heart pounded, your voice shook. You probably thought, I'm going to mess this up. But did you notice what happened after? You survived, you got stronger, and that same fear that once paralyzed you became a memory you now laugh at. Fear isn't failure. Fear is growth. It's like the soreness you feel after a workout. It doesn't mean you're broken. It means your muscles are getting stronger. The same goes for your mind and your life. If you're feeling nervous, it's because you're stepping into something bigger. So instead of running from fear, lean into it. Use it as a compass. Fear often points directly toward the things that matter most to your future. Stop waiting for the right time, but start now. Let me ask you something. How many dreams have you put on hold because you waiting for the right time? Be honest. Maybe you've told yourself, I'll start when I have more money, more energy, more confidence. But here's the truth. The perfect time doesn't exist. If you keep waiting, you'll be waiting forever. Think about it. When people become parents, Do they ever feel 100% ready? No. They learn as they go. When someone starts a business, are all the conditions perfect? Never. They figure it out along the way. Life doesn't reward waiting, it rewards action. The clock is ticking whether you move or not. Every day you wait is a day you could have been building something, learning something, or becoming someone new. The people you admire didn't start because everything was perfect. They started messy, they started scared, and that's why they grew. So stop waiting. Write the first page of your book. Take the first step toward that fitness goal. Record that video, apply for that job, have that conversation. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to begin. Success is built on discipline, not motivation. Here's the hard truth. Motivation won't always be there for you. Some days you'll wake up excited and ready to go. But most days, you'll feel tired, lazy, or just not in the mood. That's why successful people don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every morning motivated to brush. You just do it because it's part of who you are. Discipline makes success work the same way. It turns the things you need to do into habits you can't skip. Take an athlete, for example. Do you think they feel motivated to train every single day? No, but they show up anyway. That's discipline. A student studying late at night, a business owner grinding through setbacks, a parent providing no matter how tired they are. All of them are running on discipline, not motivation. Motivation feels good in the moment, but it fades. Discipline, though, builds consistency. And consistency is what creates results that last. So don't wait until you feel like it. Build routines, keep promises to yourself, show up even on the days you don't want to. Failure is a teacher, not an enemy. Let's be honest, nobody likes failing. It stings. It feels embarrassing. Sometimes it even makes you want to quit. But here's the truth. Most people never realize. Failure isn't at the end of the road. It's the lesson you need to reach the next level. Think about when you were a kid learning to walk. You fell hundreds of times. Did your parents say, well, I guess walking isn't for you? Of course not. Every fall was teaching you balance, strength, and confidence. Failure was the teacher, and walking was the result. It's the same now. Every failed test teaches you what to study harder. Every lost game shows you where to train more. Every rejection builds resilience for the next opportunity. Failure only becomes your enemy when you refuse to learn from it. Look at the greatest success stories. Entrepreneurs, athletes, artists. Behind every win are dozens of failures that shaped them. They didn't run from those moments. They studied them. They used them. So next time you fall short, don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? That shift changes everything. Surround yourself with people who push you higher. Here's something most people overlook. The people around you shape the person you become. Your environment is either lifting you up or quietly pulling you down. Think about it. If you spend your time with people who complain, who make excuses, who settle for less, eventually you'll start doing the same. But if you surround yourself with dreamers, hard workers, and people who expect more from life, you'll rise to match their energy. It's like being in the gym. If you train alone, you might stop when it gets tough. But train with a friend who pushes you, and suddenly you lift more than you thought possible. That's the power of the right people. They challenge you, they stretch you, they won't let you settle for average. Ask yourself, who's in your circle? Do they clap for your wins? Do they challenge you to grow? Or do they hold you back because your growth makes them uncomfortable? Sometimes success means walking away from people who drain you and finding those who inspire you. Life's too short to spend it with people who keep you small. Choose wisely. Your comfort zone is the prison of your potential. Comfort feels safe. It feels easy, but here is the truth. Nobody likes to admit, your comfort zone is the place where dreams go to die. It's not protection, it's a prison. Think about it. The times you grew the most in life weren't when things were easy. They were when you pushed yourself into something unknown. Maybe it was moving to a new city, starting a new job, or saying yes to an opportunity that scared you. At first, it was uncomfortable, but later, you looked back and thought, that's when I changed. That's when I leveled up. Your comfort zone will whisper, stay here, it's safe. But safe doesn't give you new experiences. Safe doesn't give you growth. Safe doesn't give you the life you dream about. The world outside your comfort zone might feel risky, but it's also where your full potential lives. Every step you take beyond that invisible wall makes you stronger, braver, and closer to the person you were meant to be. So don't let comfort chain you down. Break free. Chase the things that make you nervous. Say yes when fear tells you to say no. Consistency beats talent. When talent doesn't try, talent is a gift, but consistency is a choice. And here's the truth. The world is full of talented people who never made it, simply because they didn't show up every day. Think about school. You probably knew someone who was naturally smart but never studied. At the same time, there was that one kid who wasn't the smartest, but they worked hard, did their homework, asked questions, and slowly climbed to the top. That's the power of consistency. It wins where talent quits. It's the same in sports, business, or any dream you chase. Talent may give you a head start, but consistency is what takes you across the finish line. Showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, builds momentum. Momentum builds habits, and habits build success. Michael Jordan wasn't just talented. He was the hardest worker in the room. Writers, musicians, athletes, leaders. The ones who made it weren't just gifted, they were relentless. So here's the truth. You don't need to be the most talented. You just need to keep going when others stop.